I can't believe it. Welcome. I'm a cannabis industry lawyer here to answer your cannabis questions. Just ask them down in the comments. And it's only been a week, but what a week it's been for the first Democratic Congress in a few years. There's already about 5 cannabis bills that have been introduced, including H.R. 420 by Oregon's Representative Blumenauer. Now, before you start going and warming up, I want you to stick around until the end. That's when I'm going to make you an exclusive offer if you give me a call at 309-648-3905. But anyway, back to H.R. 420. You might be asking yourself, is that like when H.R. finds out that you've been smoking pot at work? No, it is not. H.R. in this instance stands for House Resolution, and then 420 stands for, of course, 420. It was introduced by Blumenauer, who I believe has described himself, well, there might actually be a legitimate cannabis caucus in Congress, and he is like the founder or the vice chair of it. It's probably not as powerful as the Ways and Means Committee, but give it time. So what does HR, House Resolution 420, do as a law? Well, it expands something that when I was growing up, we just called it the ATF. The Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. Then, not sure when, recently, they added E, Explosives. And HR 420 would add C for Cannabis. So it'd be ATFEC. We might have to work on that acronym though, you know. Maybe if we switch the F and the T, so it's AFTECEC, it would be AFTEC, which kind of sounds like AFLEC. They might get a cease and desist though. We'll have to wait and see if HR 420 does become law. What else does HR 420 do? It helps to solve one of the big issues with cannabis legalization. Its omnipresence in Controlled Substances Act Schedule 1. This triggers many federal crimes to be committed simply because all the business has to do with a Controlled 1 substance. A Schedule 1 controlled substance. And the way that all these federal criminal laws are written, they don't specifically zero out in the Schedule 1 cannabis. No, they abstract it just so that it's a Schedule 1 substance. What do? Because you go to the Controlled Substances Act, where it says, hang on. This is working out great. So what does the law do? Well, you flip to the Controlled Substances Act, specifically it's Schedule 1, and as you're looking for cannabis between heroin and LSD, you just take out cannabis. Now it has been stricken from Schedule 1. All those federal crimes are still there, but what happens? Oh, cannabis no longer triggers them. How nice. How elegant of a solution this is. Now you can get bank accounts and loans, and you don't have to have suspicious activity reports always being filed. That is the best thing. Government is still closed, the longest shutdown ever, but what are we going to get when they come back? We're going to get a budget. What's the current budget do, at least with medical marijuana? It defunds the Department of Justice. Maybe the new Democratic Congress will go a little bit further and drop the word medical from that defunding and just have states with cannabis laws are defunded from the Department of Justice, and they can use that Department of Justice shutting down cannabis money to maybe free up some of the pennies for the wall that seems so, terribly underfunded. So watch that when they get back. And that's HR 420. Thanks so much for sticking around until the end. I'm the cannabis industry lawyer. If you have any questions, ask them in the bottom and go to cannabisindustrylawyer.com. There's a link to it. Get in touch with me at any types of questions that you have, and I'm more than happy to give you a free initial consultation regarding your cannabis business question. Thanks. See you soon.